speed of efflux. దీనికి ఇంకొక పేరు ఉంది, velocity of efflux. So another name is there, another name, very important name is there, Torricelli equation. This equation they may ask in your examination, very important equation, this one, Torricelli equation. So to deal this one, you need to know Bernoulli equation once again. This is the application of the Bernoulli theorem. So let's I am writing the Bernoulli theorem once again here. Cp1 plus rho gh1 plus half rho v1 square is equal to P2 plus rho gh2 plus half rho v2 square. This is the Bernoulli theorem. Mathematical expression. Is it correct only, na? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is the, so in this one, every term I am taking, see P1 is nothing but pressure energy per unit volume. This is the formula. In this one, rho gh1 means potential energy per unit volume. This is another term is there. It is the pressure energy purely by liquid column. Pressure energy per unit volume purely by liquid column. See here in this equation, P represent pressure energy per unit volume by external pressure, this one. So rho gh1 represent pressure is created by the liquid column. This is the potential energy is nothing but some of the liquid column can possess the pressure, that pressure it is showing. This is the kinetic energy of the liquid column. This is these terms you need to understand, be careful. Now I am going to apply this one, Torricelli or speed of efflux or velocity. ఇంకొకసారి చెప్పమంటావా, దీన్ని ఇంకొకసారి చెప్పమంటావా, చూడండి. సో P1 means, what is here? P1 means pressure energy per unit volume which is exerted by external pressure. That means I will give the one small example here. What are the relation between this one? Sorry. So I will give small example. You can easily understand that one. So let me take here. Let me take one vessel is there. So this is the vessel, like this it is having. So this vessel is open. Now we are measuring at this point. Now we are applying the pressure at this point. Bernoulli theorem or pressure at this point. So you may get the doubt, atmospheric pressure is there. Here is the P of atmosphere. Because of this vessel is opened. How much atmospheric pressure is there? That pressure can be having in this point. So you may get the doubt, what is the pressure here means? You directly say that this height of the liquid column is H. This atmospheric pressure is, that's why you may say that the pressure is at that given point 1 is equal to pressure of the liquid column rho gh. Let's assume the density of the liquid column is rho gh plus the pressure of the atmospheric pressure P. Atmospheric pressure, you will say like this. But when you are applying the Bernoulli theorem, you need to aware about this one. See, in this equation, in the Bernoulli theorem, P will represent purely the external pressure. That means if you are applying the Bernoulli theorem here, P plus rho gh1 plus half rho v1 square means here P1 represent pressure energy per unit volume by external only. External means P1 will represent only the atmospheric pressure. Rho g H1 means potential energy per unit volume or pressure energy per unit volume by the liquid column only. How much liquid column is giving the pressure energy or potential energy? That is nothing but rho g H. Rho g H. Plus if the liquid is moving certain velocity, you need to apply this rho v1 square. Are you getting what I am saying? See, when we are applying the Bernoulli theorem, you need to aware about this one. In this one, P means represent the external pressure which is acting on the fluid free surface. The external pressure which is acting on the fluid surface. What is the external pressure is acting on this one? P of atmospheric pressure is applying. So that's why I am using PA. But in this one, rho g H1 means it is nothing but potential energy or pressure energy per unit volume of the liquid column. Then you can go to this one. This is the amount of potential energy. How much pressure the liquid column will having. You need to substitute. This is the rho g H term. After that, half rho v square means the kinetic energy per unit volume. What I am saying, please aware about this one. Don't use the total pressure energy in this point P. This is the only pressure which is exert on the liquid column by the external only. External pressure only we need to use. Okay na? Is there any doubt? Hello? Hello, is there any doubt here?
No.
Now one more example I will take. Let's assume this container is a closed container. Like this. This is the container is closed like this. Container is a closed container. So now let's assume this is the liquid column like this. So now we are going to apply this point. This point we are applying the pressure. So now the height of the liquid column is H. Here there is no, it is a vacuum. Here. So the vacuum here means there is no air. Nothing is there. So no air, no any molecules here. Nothing is there. Now this is the container is closed. That means the atmospheric pressure will not affect on this liquid column. Atmospheric pressure is not affecting on the liquid column. That means the pressure, the external pressure on the liquid column is, what is my question? What is the external pressure on the liquid column? Is there any external pressure on the liquid column? Liquid surface.
No.
This is this container is closed. This container is completely closed. That means the P is equal to 0. But the point at P, the potential energy of the liquid column at point E. So the pressure due to the liquid column is equal to P is equal to, let's assume this is the density of the liquid column. So the potential energy PE is equal to, or pressure energy only for the liquid column is equal to, PL is equal to, tell me the value, rho into G into H. So this is the one case. This is the second case, case 2. Now I am going to take another case. Let's assume this container is closed. This container is completely closed. This vessel is completely closed. In this one, the liquid column is up to here. But certain amount of air is there in this one. Only certain amount of air is there, not certain amount of air is there. This air is having certain pressure PA. Sorry, let's assume take a P1 pressure is there. The air is giving the pressure, P1 pressure is giving in the downward direction. On this liquid column is the pressure is giving. So then what is the pressure here? Now we are going to apply the Bernoulli theorem here. So that means Bernoulli theorem means P plus rho g H plus half into rho into V1 square. Let's assume the liquid is moving with velocity of V1. Let's assume like this. Just assume like this. Now at this point, what is the Bernoulli theorem can we apply? Instead of P, external pressure, how much is acting? P1. Instead of rho g H, how much height is there? Let's assume this height is the H. That is equal to rho g H plus how much velocity the fluid is moving, half rho v1 square. This is the case. See, are you getting? There are the three different cases are there. So what I need to point out here, in the Bernoulli theorem, P means P rho g h means half rho v1 square, means V means this is the purely external pressure, pure external pressure acting on the liquid or fluid. So general term is the fluid, na? We will use the fluid. So rho g h means it may be potential energy or pressure due to liquid fluid column. Are you getting? Hello.
Sir.
So what is the difference in this one? So that means these terms are very cautious when we are going to apply this application of the Bernoulli theorem. Bernoulli theorem we are applying, then you need to take care about these terms. Then only you will get. Now we are going to use our running topic, Torricelli equation or Torricelli equation. How we are going to derive this Torricelli equation? Let's assume one container is there. In this container, the total this container, the top surface is completely closed. So the bottom surface, one of the hole is there or nozzle is there. This nozzle area of cross section is the small a. So the container area of cross section is the, let's assume capital A. See, from this nozzle, the fluid is coming out. See, before dealing this one, what is mean by efflux you need to know. What is mean by efflux? I did not introduce that one. What is mean by efflux? I did not introduce. That's why I need to introduce that one. So efflux. Efflux is nothing but it means that the fluid is the outflow, the fluid outflow. So when the fluid is outflow is appearing, that fluid is named as the efflux. So this fluid is coming out now. So this fluid is named as the efflux. It is just a word. When the fluid is coming out, so that fluid can be named as the efflux. So that means the speed of efflux means the fluid is the velocity of the fluid, the speed of the fluid which is coming out from the vessel. Are you getting what I am saying? Hello?
Yes.
So I will if you are not responding means I will particularly ask the questions. Please respond immediately. So what I am saying, speed of efflux is nothing but it is a word only. So if the fluid is coming out from a certain vessel or something, then that fluid can be named as the efflux. Efflux is the word. It is a name, like a name. So when the fluid is coming out, that fluid can be named as the efflux. Speed of efflux means speed of efflux. Speed of efflux is nothing but speed of efflux is nothing but the velocity of the fluid which is coming out. The velocity of the fluid. So it is nothing but velocity of the fluid which is coming out from the vessel. This velocity we need to find out in this present content of the topic. That is our aim. So this is the closed container. Is there, vessel is there. Now we are going to measure what is the velocity of the fluid which is coming out here. So the observation is making from here. That's why this point is the point 1. This point is I am taking point 1. So this container is filled with a certain level with some of the liquid which is having the density rho. What I am saying, this container is partially filled with certain density of the fluid. That density of the fluid is rho. Rho is the density of the fluid. See, the observation point is here. Now this level of the observation, the liquid column, the fluid is having the height of the fluid in the container. Let's assume height of the h height. The height of the fluid in the container is the height is the h. H height is there. See, now we are taking the two different points inside the container. Point 1. See, in the nozzle, the point 2. See, the observation is making from the axis on the nozzle, from the axis of the nozzle. So that's why there is no any height of the fluid. We are assuming that there is no any height of the fluid in this one. There is no. We are assuming that H1 height of the fluid in the small narrow nozzle is H1 is equal to 0. Here H2 is equal to height of the fluid. H2 is equal to, we are taking the H2 is equal to H. H2 is equal to H. H2 is equal to H. We are taking the H2 is equal to H. Is there any doubt, please?
No, sir.
So, yes, please.
Sir.
Can I repeat? Can I repeat once again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please. See what I am saying. See, we are assuming that these narrow area is very small. That's why this height is very small. That's why we are eliminating this height of the fluid column, which are measuring in the point 1, can be neglected. That's why I am taking that H1 is equal to 0. It is a very narrow area. It is a very small area, very small area of cross section. That's why I am taking this height of the liquid column in the small tube. That level is, I am taking H1 is the 0 because of it is the small length, small height. That's why I am taking H1 is equal to 0 because of, I can write here, because of the height of the fluid. The height of the fluid in the small area cross section tube will be very small. So that's why I am taking the H1 is equal to 0. The height of the liquid column in this place also 0. Are you getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt? Let me explain this Telugu. ఏం చేస్తున్నాను, ఈ చిన్న ట్యూబ్ లో మనం తీసుకున్నాం కదా, ఈ చిన్న ట్యూబ్ లో మన మెజర్మెంట్ అనేటువంటిది దాని యొక్క సెంటర్ యాక్సిస్ నుంచి మనం మెజర్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ సెంటర్ యాక్సిస్ నుంచి దాని పైన ఉన్నటువంటి లిక్విడ్ కాలం హైట్ అనేటువంటిది చాలా చిన్నది ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని మనం నెగ్లెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. అందువల్ల H1 ఈ పాయింట్ 1 దగ్గర లిక్విడ్ కాలం హైట్ అనేటువంటిది నెగ్లెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. H1 అనేటువంటిది 0గా తీసుకుంటున్నాను అంటున్నాను. కానీ పాయింట్ 2 దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాను. పాయింట్ 2, నౌ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ద పాయింట్ 2 ఇన్సైడ్ ద కంటైనర్ లోపలికి వెళ్ళాను. దిస్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఫ్రీ సర్ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ ది లిక్విడ్ కాలమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ H2 హైట్ అనేది ఉంది. దట్స్ H2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు H హైట్ అనేటువంటిది ఉంది. దట్స్ వై ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ H height of the liquid is equal to H height. So some of the portion is the air is there here. Some portion of the air is appearing here. This is the air. Let's assume this is the air. So this air can have the some of the pressure on the liquid. ఈ ఎయిర్ అనేటువంటిది దీని మీద సమ్ పోర్షన్ ప్రెషర్ కలిగి చేస్తుంది. దట్ ప్రెషర్ ఐ ఎమ్ టేకింగ్, లెట్స్ అస్యూమ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ద P is the pressure exerted by the air which is having in the container. కంటైనర్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఫ్రీ స్పేస్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఎయిర్ వల్ల ఏర్పడినటువంటి ప్రెషర్ PA. P pressure due to the air. Pressure due to the air inside the container. Container. So that is the P is the pressure. Now here is the sum. Now what we are going to deal here. Now I am going to apply the Bernoulli theorem at point 1 and point 2. At point 1 and point 2. Applying the Bernoulli theorem. So before applying the Bernoulli theorem, what I am taking? See, the fluid is coming out from the container and it is entering into the small nozzle and is going out from the nozzle. So the velocity of the fluid which is going out from the nozzle, I am taking the V1 because our aim is to find out the V1 value. So when the fluid is going out, the level of the fluid will come down with certain velocity. That velocity I am taking the V2. నేనేమంటున్నాను, నాజిల్ నుంచి ఫ్లూయిడ్ అనేది బయటికి వెళ్ళేటువంటి వెలాసిటీని v1 అనుకోమంటున్నాను. ఎప్పుడైతే నాజిల్ నుంచి ఫ్లూయిడ్ బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోతుందో కంటైనర్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి లెవెల్ కూడా కిందికి పడిపోతూ వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. అది ఎంత వెలాసిటీతో వస్తుంది అంటే v2 అనుకోండి అంటున్నాను. ఏం డౌట్ లేదు కదా?
yes, sir.
ఇక్కడ నేను అబ్జర్వేషన్ పాయింట్ 2 అనుకున్నాను కాబట్టి పాయింట్ 2 అనేది కంటైనర్ లో ఉంది, పాయింట్ 1 అనేది చిన్న నాజిల్ లో ఉంది కాబట్టి దానికి v2 అనే పేరు పెట్టాను. ఇప్పుడు అలా కాదమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు మీ ఇంటి పైన ఉన్నటువంటి ట్యాంక్ లో నీళ్లు మీరు కింద ట్యాప్ తిప్పడం వల్ల ట్యాంక్ లో నీళ్లు ఇలా కిందికి వస్తాయా లేదా, అలా కిందికి వస్తుంటాయా లేదా, ఆ వెలాసిటీ నేను v2 అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఇక్కడ ఈ నాజిల్ నుంచి వచ్చేటువంటి వెలాసిటీని మాత్రం v1 అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఈస్ దేర్ ఎనీ డౌట్? Hello?
No, sir.
No doubt, huh? No doubt. So now I am applying the equation of continuity. Equation of continuity నేను అప్లై చేస్తున్నాను. Now I am applying the equation of continuity at point 1 and 2. Applying equation of continuity ని అప్లై చేస్తున్నా. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ కంటిన్యూటీ? విల్ టెల్ a1 v1 is equal to a2 v2. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది పాయింట్ 2? పాయింట్ 2 లో ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఎంత అమ్మా? సరే పాయింట్ 1 దగ్గరికి వెళ్దాం. పాయింట్ 1 దగ్గర నుంచి చూద్దాం. పాయింట్ 1 దగ్గర ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ is equal to a. Small a only we took. Small a is the area of cross section. What is the velocity of the fluid is coming out? v1. పాయింట్ 2 దగ్గర ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఎంత? a, క్యాపిటల్ A. వెలాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ది ఫ్లూయిడ్ ఎంత? v2. లెట్ ఇట్ బి దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్ అసైడ్. ఇలా పక్కన పెట్టేస్తున్నాను, అలా పక్కన పెట్టేస్తున్నాను. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఐ విల్ యూజ్ దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్. ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ నేను వాడతాను. సో దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఐ విల్ యూజ్. అదర్వైజ్ లెట్ మీ చేంజ్ హియర్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. ఒకసారి ఇక్కడే చేంజ్ చేస్తాను లేండి, ఎందుకు మళ్ళీ. సో దెన్ కెన్ ఐ రైట్ ద v2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు స్మాల్ a డివైడెడ్ బై క్యాపిటల్ A ఇంటూ v1. Small a divided by capital A into v1. I can write like this. రాయొచ్చు కదా?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the equation. Now we are going to apply the Bernoulli equation. Applying Bernoulli's theorem at point 1 and 2. సరే పాయింట్ 1 రైట్ సైడ్ లో రాసుకుంటున్నాను. సో పాయింట్ 2 ని లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ లో రాసుకుంటాను. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ ద డయాగ్రామ్ లో మనకు పాయింట్ 1 పాయింట్ 2 లెఫ్ట్ రైట్ లో ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి నౌ ఐ యామ్ టేకింగ్ ఇన్ ద లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఇస్ ద పాయింట్ 2, రైట్ సైడ్ ఇస్ ద పాయింట్ 1. సో ఫస్ట్ జస్ట్ ఐ యామ్ రైటింగ్ ద బెర్నౌలీ ఫార్ములా యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఉన్నట్టుగా రాసేస్తున్నాను. సో P2 ప్లస్ రో GH2 ప్లస్ హాఫ్ రో V2 స్క్వేర్ ఇజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు P1 plus rho GH1 plus half into rho V1 square. This is the formula. అంతే కదా?
Yes, sir.
See what I am taking. What is the pressure at point 1? Point 1 దగ్గర ప్రెషర్ ఏంటి అనేటువంటిది చెక్ చేసుకుంటున్నాను. Now go to the diagram. Diagram లోకి వెళ్ళండి. See the point when it is contacting with the atmosphere. Atmosphere తో కాంటాక్ట్ లో ఉంది. సో అట్మాస్ఫియర్ తో కాంటాక్ట్ లో ఉంటే ఏం జరుగుతుంది? హౌ మచ్ అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్ ఇది ద సేమ్ ప్రెషర్ విల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అట్ పాయింట్ 1. ఏం అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? ఈ పాయింట్ 1 అనేటువంటిది అట్మాస్ఫియర్ తో కాంటాక్ట్ ఉండడం వల్ల అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్ ఎంత ఉంటుందో పాయింట్ 1 దగ్గర కూడా అంతే ప్రెషర్ ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ప్రెషర్. పాయింట్ 1 దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ప్రెషర్. వెలాసిటీ ఎంత ఉంది? v1 వెలాసిటీతో బయటకు వస్తుంది. సో ఏముంది? హైట్ ఎంత ఉంది? పాయింట్ 1 దగ్గర వెజల్ యొక్క హైట్ ఎంత ఉంది? h1 is equal to 0. So now I am writing the point 1 values. Point 1 దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి వాల్యూస్ అన్ని నేను రాసేస్తున్నాను. Then P1 is equal to PA. P1 is equal to PA plus rho GH1 is equal to 0 plus half into rho V1 square. ఇది మనకు ఫైండ్. మళ్ళీ పాయింట్ 2 దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాను. వాట్ ఇస్ ద పాయింట్ 2? పాయింట్ 2 దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాను. What is the point 2? What is the pressure at point 2? P is the pressure is already acting due to the air inside the vessel, and rho GH2 is acting rho GH. H2 is the H only, na? Rho GH is acting. The fluid is decreasing with the velocity of V2. Just I am substituting these all values. అన్ని వాల్యూస్ ఇందులో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాను పాయింట్ 2 దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళేసి. సో P2 వాల్యూ ఎంత? P2 వాల్యూ ఎంత? ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ప్రెజర్ ఎంత అటు పాయింట్ 2? హలో, ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ప్రెజర్ ఎంత పాయింట్ 2 దగ్గర?
P, sir.
ఎస్ పి. కొందరే చెప్తున్నారు, మిగతా వాళ్ళ పరిస్థితి ఏంటి నాకేమి. సో పి ప్లస్ రో జీ H2 వాల్యూ ఇస్ H ప్లస్ హాఫ్ ఇంటూ రో ఇంటూ V2 square. So this term is 0, the total term is 0. So that what is I am saying? So our aim is to find out the V1 value. I am keeping V1 this side, remaining all terms I am sending to other side. Just I am writing V1 term this side. Left side ఉన్నదాన్ని ఇట్ సైడ్ రాస్తున్నాను. హాఫ్ రో V1 square is equal to, సో ద రిమైనింగ్ టర్మ్స్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి చూడండి. P ఇక్కడ P ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నాను అంటే రో GH ఫస్ట్ రాశాను చూడండి. హాఫ్ ఇంటూ రో ఇంటూ V2 square ఇలాగే రాసేసాను. అదర్వైజ్ ఐ విల్ డూ వన్ థింగ్. సో ఐ am sending V square term this side, remaining term this side, like this I am sending first, because of it is the velocity square is there na, that's why I am taking like this. So can I write like this? P minus PA, because of PA came from right to left, PA plus rho GH is there, is equal to this half rho V2 square is gone this side, that is equal to half into rho into V1 square minus half into rho into V2 square is gone. Is there any doubt? ఏం లేదు కదా, డౌట్ ఏం లేదు కదా? No doubt. So now here, so this is the common term is there, half rho is the common term. Half rho is the common term. V1 square is there. V2 square, already we prepared for V2 యొక్క వాల్యూస్ మనం ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకున్నాం. V2 is equal to A by V into V1. Is it correct only na? Hello.
Yes,
So
sir.
just I am substituting V2 value. Directly నేను V2 value substitute చేస్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ. That is equal to small a divided by capital A. V2 square means V1 whole square. Bracket close. So here is the V1 is there. Here is the V1 square is there. I am taking out. So half into rho into V1 square into here is the V1 is gone out, means 1 minus A by A, otherwise A square by capital A square, A square by capital A square, otherwise we can keep it as a small a divided by capital A whole square. So our aim is to find out the V1 value. Remaining terms all I am sending this side. So that is equal to, first of all I am sending 2 into P minus PA plus this 2 is multiplied this also, 2 into rho GH is equal to rho into V1 square into 1 minus A divided by small a whole square. I hope there is no any doubt. So now our aim is to find out V1. Rho also I am sending this side. Then 2 by rho. So first of all I am writing 2 rho GH first of all. 2 rho GH divided by rho plus 2 into P minus PA divided by rho, that is equal to V1 square into 1 minus small a divided by capital A whole square bracket. I hope there is no any you don't have any doubts. Hello. No. So rho will cancel in this one, but here is nothing rho is there. You need to keep like this itself. That is equal to 2GH plus 2 into P minus PA divided by rho is equal to V1 square into 1 minus small a divided by capital A into whole square. Our aim is to find out the V1 value. Send this total term this side. Left side. Then can I write like this? So can I write like this? 2GH plus 2 into P minus PA divided by rho, total divided by 1 minus A divided by A whole square. Is it correct only na? V1 square is equal to. Just it is in the multiplication. After that, it will, if you send this multiplication into another side, it will become a division. So that's why I made it as a division term. So that is equal to V1 is equal to V1 means it is the square, na? To become means you need to put the square root of 2GH plus 2 into P minus PA divided by rho divided by 1 minus A divided by A whole square. Is it correct only, na?
Yes, sir.
So this is the complete formula for the any type of container. Complete formula for any type of container. Now we will discuss with different of containers. Now I am discussing with different types of containers. Now I will start with a very small case. If case 1, it is the complete equation. This is the complete equation for which one? Speed of efflux. Speed of efflux. So that means what is the velocity of the fluid is coming out from the nozzle. That is the formula for one. Now we are applying case one by one. This formula you need to take care about or write any one of the place. I will ask one by one people. So you need to tell, because of in each and every case we need to rewrite this formula. Now I am taking case 1. Case 1 I am taking. Case 1. Case 1. Case 1 means if the container is open. Open container means it is look like this one. In the previous case, what we took? It is the container is closed, but it is not a closed container. It is an open container. Open container means the P will become PA. Is it correct only, na? How much atmosphere is there? So the same pressure will appear here. Is it correct only, na? Hello.
Yes, sir.
If the open container means P will become PA, then speed of efflux V1 is equal to square root of, tell me the value, 2 into rho GH. First of all, I am writing the formula. P minus PA divided by rho, complete divided by 1 minus A divided by A whole square.
2GH, sir.
2GH, 2GH, sorry, 2GH. 2GH into P minus PA divided by rho into this one. So can I put this? Yes, please.
P minus PA by rho, sir.
2 into P minus PA by rho. Okay, na? Now it is okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Done. Now put the P is equal to PA. Substitute the P is equal to PA. When the P is equal to PA minus PA is equal, what will become? 0. This term, totally term will become 0. Then V1 is equal to? Then V1 is equal to? Well, let me write. Then V1 is equal to square root of 2 into GH divided by 1 minus A divided by whole square. A divided by small a divided by capital A whole square. Again I am applying in the case subcase. That means subcase means already we took P is the open container, and also subcase I am taking if A is much larger than to the small a. That means the area of cross section of the container is a bigger one. The area of cross section of the small tube, small nozzle is the smaller one. Then you can take that 1 minus A by A whole square. A by A whole square will become to the 1. You can take any one of the values. You can easily understand. So now I am taking these values. Now for your easy understand, I am taking the values. If let it be, let capital A is equal to 1000, cap small a is equal to 10, any one of them. It may be centimeter square, it may be meter square, anyone take for your easy understand. Now what about this 1 by 1 minus a square? Small a is equal to 10 square divided by capital A square means 10,000 square. 1000 square. How many zeros here? 2 zeros will come, in the 6 zeros will come. 2 zeros minus 6 zeros will 4 zeros will come. That is equal to 1 minus 4 zeros na 0.0001. This is the value. Hello, is it correct only na?
Yes, sir.
So I am taking this is equal to 1 minus a square by a square value. That means what is this value? 9.9939. So is it nearly value is 1 only?
1, sir.
1 only. So that means this total term can be written as a 1. Therefore V1 is equal to V1 is equal to square root of 2gh. This is the speed of a flux when the open this equation, this is the speed of, that means velocity of a flux. A flux is nothing but the fluid which is coming out from the nozzle. A flux when the container is opened and what are the case? Special case. When the container is open and capital A is much larger than to the small a. This is the case for that one. So will you please look on this one? If this case the fluid is appearing like a freely falling body. See, if you already recalling your previous knowledge, your previous subject in this one. If a body is freely falling from a certain height of h, the velocity of the body at the ground, at the bottom surface. Now, if the body is falling from a height of h, what is the velocity of the body at the bottom surface? V is equal to square root of 2gh. This concept we already learned in the kinematics. See, that means here the fluid is appearing. The fluid appears. It is freely falling from height h. Is it correct only na? Hello. As this is same formula. Both are having same formula. So that is the problem. So this is the case. Now we are going to use another case. Case 2. Case 1 subcases we discussed. Now we are going to use case 2. Case 2 means what is the case 2? Case 1 what we do? Now we are taking that one. Case 2. Let me check formula. Let me give the formula once again. Will you please give the formula once again? V1 is equal to, anybody will give the formula, I did not remember. V1 is equal to square root of 2gh plus 2 into P minus P naught divided by rho divided by
Yes, sir.
PA divided by 1 minus small a divided by capital A whole square. This is the case. Now I am going to the special case. Case 2 I am taking. If A is much lesser than to the A, then 1 minus capital A by small a by capital A whole square will become 1. This is eliminated. That is equal to V1 is equal to square root of 2gh plus 2 into P minus PA, 2 minus PA divided by rho. Is it correct only na? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So then we are applying the special case here. Then we are applying the special case here. If P is much greater than to the PA, where is the P is there? Where is the P? The container is closed. Then only the P will appear. The container is closed. The air which is having in the free surface of the liquid, then only that will having the P value. Then P is much greater than to the PA. Then 2 into P minus PA, 2 into P minus PA divided by rho will become greater than 2GH. This term will become very larger. This term is become very larger. Then what we can neglect 2GH term. Then can we return the formula for this case? What are this case? Container is closed and also the pressure which is applying on that one is very large, and also what are the cases in this one? Then this formula, for this case formula is equal to the pressure V1 is equal to just simply 2 into P minus PA divided by rho. This is the formula. In which case? First one, container must be closed. Container must be closed. Case 1. And also P must be greater than to the PA. And second case, third one. What is the value? So 2GH is lesser than to the P minus PA. Value, it must be lesser than. And fourth condition, A must be lesser, very smaller than to the capital A. If these conditions are obeying, then the velocity of the fluid which is coming from the nozzle is equal to square root of 2 into P minus PA by rho. What is P here?
Pressure
Pressure on the liquid column by external. What is the PA here? Atmospheric pressure. What is the rho here? Density of the fluid. So this case will appear in the rocket. Now this case will be appear in the rocket's propeller. So this type of case will appear. This type of case will appear in the rocket. They are playing in the rockets. So rocket propeller. So propeller means propellation means there are propellation, SATION. So the propellation. Let me write this one. PROPULSION, propellation. So this is the formula. So that means that when the fluid is coming, did you see this one? The rocket is like this. So that in the bottom of the rocket, the fluid is coming out like this. It is the efflux of the fluid. What is meant by speed of efflux means? If the something fluid is coming through a nozzle, that is named as efflux only. So this efflux speed we are measuring, then that case you need to use this formula. That means in this case the pressure which is applying on the fluid must be larger. PA must be larger than to the P is much be larger than to the PA. And also what is the value? The 2GH will be very smaller than as compared to the P minus PA, and the area of cross section of the nozzle must be very smaller than to as compared to the area of cross section of the container. Then this case we need to apply this formula. So is there any doubt regarding this? These total equations are named as the Torricelli equation. For your syllabus, you can write up to here is the more enough. For your syllabus, you can write here at is the more enough. This formula is named as the Torricelli theorem. So this theorem is named as the Torricelli theorem or Torricelli law. Torricelli's law. So this is the formula for Torricelli law. That means if the fluid is coming out from a vessel at a height h, means the velocity of the fluid from the nozzle is equal to V is equal to square root of 2gh. Directly you can put this formula. You can put directly. This is the Torricelli law. So is there any doubt regarding this? Let me stop this. After that we will discuss the discussion.